Hi everyone, welcome back to the Indo Chef channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Curtis, and today we are making desserts. They are called Pisang Goreng, so Pisang Goreng. These are all over Southeast Asia, deep fried bananas. Who doesn't like deep fried stuff? Every Indo does, I do. So we're gonna try them out 3 different ways. The first is my mom's recipe, which is more of like a little dough ball of bananas, and you just drop it in the fryer and it's good and crispy. The second way is more of a cut lengthwise banana. The third way, something I saw on the Best Ever Food Review show, they went to the Minnesota State Fair and deep fried literally everything because they're American. So we're gonna have a nice crunchy coating on the outside of version 3. So let's get to it, let's go. Let's start by making the batter for all 3 types. We'll start off with just the dry ingredients. First up is 1 cup of all-purpose flour, follow that with 1/3 a cup of sugar, and then 4 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of salt is more than enough for this, and finishing that with 1 cup of rice flour. This batter is enough for multiple batches, so it's going to be a lot. Give that a good mix, and next we're going to add 3 large eggs. Put them right in the middle of the flour, create a little well. Whisk that together. And now onto the wet ingredients. 2 cups of whole milk, we'll start that off. And then we're using real vanilla here, so this is Mexican vanilla from Costco. Give that a nice mix together. And sometimes it's a bit too runny, so add a little bit more flour, so maybe 1/3 cup. We want a consistency that's halfway between tempura batter and pancake mix. Cover that with some cling film, and then pop it in the fridge so it can auto-release for about 30 minutes and chill out. While that's in the fridge, let's cut some bananas for Mom's recipe. So slice them up like you'd give them to a toddler, nothing fancy here, make little discs, and then set them aside. Spoon in just enough batter to cover the surface of the bananas, and then scoop them into the oil, about 2 tablespoons worth at a time. When scooping it in, keep it low and slow, you don't want to splash oil all over the place, and if you're using gas stove, you can start a fire, so be extra safe out there. Try to keep them turning constantly. Always rolling them over. They'll want to flip over and stay on one side all the time, so you have to kind of hold them there with a spoon or spatula. These are a nice golden brown, so go ahead and take them out. Let the oil drain out on a cooling rack. Dust these babies with some powdered sugar, and then get ready for a nice taste test.
Really good powder. Today's really good though. Don't really sweet, crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Can you see that? Don't breathe in as you bite it.
Now that we're all dead from choking, let's get some satay sticks and cut them into thirds. Follow that up by cutting bananas into thirds and skewering those satay sticks into the bananas. Just make little handles. This method is much easier and cleaner than the first method, so you're going to set that into a little tray and pop that in the freezer. Freeze it for about 30 minutes so it's not totally solid, but just firms up. Today's innovation is putting the batter in a drinking glass and dipping the banana like a corn dog before popping it in the oil. Just like the first batch, be very careful, drop these in the oil very slowly. You don't want it to backsplash on you and burn you. I've burnt myself in oil before, it's terrible. These ones brown a little bit quicker than I would have liked to, but as long as you keep them turning and hold them under there, they'll cook evenly. Let them drain and cool, and then go in for a taste.
So it's definitely like looser in the middle because the banana got softened as it went. But cooked all the way through, nice and soft. It's good.
If you like my videos on the interwebs, click the thumb and subscribe. If you don't have a computer, you can tick the top as well. Now on to the final form. Get some cornflakes and pour them into a mortar. Mash them up, obliterate them till they're almost dust, then lead them to their fiery doom. So it's really only one additional step to the previous one. You're gonna roll that banana inside the crushed cornflakes and then fry it exactly the same way. I definitely could have put more cornflakes in the bowl, but I didn't want to waste it because it knows they're thrifty and you know how it goes. These ones took a little bit longer to brown, so just give it a little splash, give it a little bath, keep them rolling around, turn them over until they're a little bit darker than me. We're letting this shot hang a little longer just because it's kind of satisfying watching things fry. But for YouTube viewer retention, we're going to go ahead and take these out of the oil and cool them off. Those look good enough to eat, so let's go ahead and eat them.
Even better. Yeah, definitely the cornflakes are good. Way crunchier.
So you can see it's nighttime now. It took a while to shoot this video. I hope you like this one. It was a lot of fun. My kitchen reeks like frying now. That's why I don't normally make this. Just for you guys out there on YouTube, so it feels special. Some people like the really ripe bananas, but I find they just fall apart and just big mush. So if you're making the first style, it's good for that because it's just a big dough blob that fries and gets crispy. But if you're doing the dip style, it'll just fall right off the skewer and it's a mess. So that's why I froze those first. Please like this video, share it with your friends, share it with your family, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me make next. See you next time.